where we bring you the latest cultural events taking place around the nation. We have a lot in store for you in this episode, so stay tuned.
Minister of Culture Dr. Naveen Kileni recently announced the launch of the activities of the 16th Egyptian National Theatre Festival. This year's session is in honor of the star actor Adil Imam. The announcement came during a ceremony held on the Grand Theatre stage at the Cairo Opera House. The Minister of Culture honored 10 symbols of Egyptian theater. The artists Salah Abdallah, Khalid Al-Sawi, Riyad Al-Khuli, Ahmed Fuad Salim, Rujdi Shami, Muhammad Mahmoud, Muhammad Abu Dawood, Sami Abdul Halim, interior designer Noha Barada, and the writer Muhammad Sayyid Eid. The Minister of Culture said that the 16th session of the festival is an exceptional one as we celebrate a great name in the world of Egyptian and Arab theater, the great artist Adil Imam. She added this session honors a number of theater stars in its various arts in appreciation of their works which have enriched Egyptian theater for years. During her speech, she noted that this session bears a new vision developed by the festival's higher committee headed by the actor Muhammad Riyad. The Minister of Culture congratulated the honorees and expressed her confidence in the festival's directors in a manner befitting the history of Egyptian theater. For his part, the artist Muhammad Riyad, head of the festival, said the importance of theater comes because it signifies Egyptian reality and many symbols of thought and creativity carried its flag. Riyad added that the Egyptian National Theatre Festival is the largest forum for playwrights in Egypt, and superstar Adil Imam was chosen to be honored so that the session would bear his name, not only because he is the son of theatre, but also in appreciation of his long artistic and theatrical career. Riyad thanked everyone who contributed to the emergence of this session, led by Dr. Naveen Kileni, the Minister of Culture, who provided all means of support for the festival to come out in the way it has. In his speech, the artist and director of the festival, Yasser Sadiq, saluted the honorees and the attendees at the opening of the 16th Egyptian National Theatre Festival and reviewed the festival program and competing performances in the official competition, in addition to the rest of the competitions and training workshops which were launched before the start of the festival. Under the auspices of His Majesty King Abdullah II, the King of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, the Jordanian Prime Minister launched the 37th Jarash Festival for Culture and Arts. Minister of Culture and head of the Egyptian delegation, Dr. Naveen Kilani, attended the ceremony with Egypt as the guest of honor of the session. The Jordanian Minister of Culture, Haifa al-Najjar, said that the Jarash Festival represents a national title, stressing that culture was and still is a major gateway to inclusive development and improving the quality of life in the country. She added that the festival represents a bridge of communication, a platform for dialogue, and a means of awareness of human values. During Najjar's speech at the opening ceremony of the festival, she added that choosing Egypt as the guest of honor for this session of the festival is a great addition not only to the festival's program, but also to its history and global status, given what Egypt constitutes in the conscience of Arabs and the history of human civilization. The Jordanian cultural minister said that today we ignite the flame of the festival with a large local participation of Jordanian creators and a large presence of the festival's guests and creators from Arab and friendly countries all over the world.
حياتي لو فرحي لو ابتساماتي لو قلبي لو عينيا ايام عمري اللي جايه والله ما كتير عليك يا حبيبي شاور عليك
The festival includes varieties of music, colors of singing, folklore, schools of poetry, fields of literature, plastic art methods, handicrafts, and cultural and creative industries. For her part, Minister of Culture Dr. Naveen Kilani expressed her happiness at participating in this great event, which represents a large cultural, artistic, and tourist demonstration in the Hashemite Kingdom. The minister thanked the kingdom, government, and people for choosing Egypt to be the guest of honor of the festival, and a tradition that takes place for the first time in the history of the festival, asserting the cultural and civilizational ties between the two countries.
كل عمرك يا حبيبي شاور عليه عليه عليه
We're here right now at the Cairo Opera House, a cultural hub that brings in all forms of arts together, such as ballet, dance, music, and even plays. Let's find out more about what the Cairo Opera House has to offer.
Among the distinguished performances of the Cairo Opera House headed by Dr. Khalid Dagher, the Cairo Opera Ballet Company under the supervision of its artistic director Armenia Kamel presented the entire world famous ballet Swan Lake directed by the late Dr. Abdel Menam Kamel, accompanied by the Cairo Opera Orchestra led by Maestro Nayer Nagy.
This ballet is hard. It's 4 acts. We are rehearsing 4 acts. It's a lot of rehearsal. And this time we were really doing this ballet in a very short time, in 20 days. Usually we make it in 2 months. We rehearse in 2 months. For certain reasons, it was written and we supposed to make it in 20 days, which was a miracle because it's hard and as I told you, it's first 4 acts. And many girls, many roles, many dances, a lot of technique and hard technique as well. So this time we rehearse like army, and each one make his role on time, and we were trying to be gathered really and having a good energy to make it out, because we discovered that the Egyptian public were insisting to have Swan Lake because we try to change it for the short time of rehearsal, and we discovered that the public was manifesting, no, we want full 4 acts of Swan Lake. We will not accept something else. And it was really a real request, and it was the first time to happen for me. I didn't know that we have these followers and public who are really in love with the classical ballet. So we did it for them. I hope that they enjoy it. We rehearsed in 20 days 4 acts, and we rehearsed all of us, each role by himself with the trainers and the coach, and all the opera house worked for it, plus taban, the music and the musicians and the maestro. It's a hard and a big production. Well, each one has his own role. It depends. If it was the swan herself, it is the story about good and evil. So it's the ever story forever it will be. And the white swan, she's the good, and the black one is the evil. And this is the idea between both. Who will win at last? Because until the last act, you don't know who will win. The evil will win. Is the white swan will die? Is the good really will not survive? So this is the idea. But inside all that, we have different roles, like in the third act, because the prince should choose a fiancée to get married, to get the crown of the Denmark. So in this time, all Europe presenting their princess to choose one of these girls. So you have Spanish, Polish, Italian, Hungarian, all these dances come with the princess to show them if maybe he would like to choose a princess for him. Here it's not a swan. Here they are humans, and it's really character and each type of dance of each country. But the swan is the main subject, and the creation really is wonderful to mix between the reality and the dream. Even if it's not a dream, it is true, but it's a dream more or less, and to see all these girls transfer to be swan and birds on a music of Tchaikovsky, which is amazing, amazing, wonderful music that you can hear it forever. You never fed up of enjoying it. So all this gathering together makes Swan Lake like a legend of ballet. It's not a normal ballet. Each one has a story with me. Each one, I love the role that I am in. Sometimes it's a small role, sometimes I am the main role. It depends. But the most important to feel the role and to get inside the character, because in dance I'm not like in cinema and theater. I'm not going to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. I'm going to be some character, international character. What can be Indian, can be Spanish, can be even like a bird, can be like a witch, can be like a snake, it can be even like a butterfly. The amazing thing in ballet that you can read somebody which never you imagine that it could be, but with the movement and with the dance you can be anything. So the most important to enjoy what I'm doing, and this is the most that I love in dance. Each ballet, each role, I am this character. Today I'm Spanish, so I will be Spanish, and special inside the court because there is Spanish of the streets. But today I will be Spanish inside the court, which is more elegant, more fascinating, more class. Not like Don Quixote that I'm going to be a girl in the street playing with everybody. And no, it's not the same Spanish and not the same character. So each time I am in the role that I am doing it for the people.
The Swan Lake Ballet is one of the most important classical ballets with 4 acts. Its story revolves around Prince Siegfried, who is sad because of his mother's insistence to find the right girl for marriage to become the princess of the court, provided that this takes place on his birthday party. After an argument with her because of his refusal to marry the traditional way without mutual love, the prince decides to leave the court to the palace garden, where a flock of swans attracts his attention.
We are performing one of the classic ballet of Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky, he make 4 classic ballet like Nutcracker, like Sleeping Beauty, and also Swan Lake. I can say to you was one of special year I make Swan Lake, because it's first time I make a main role. Always I was make a magic man, and this time I make a Siegfried. That's why it's one of the hardest role I made, and one of my dream role. I would like to make it. I danced before with Bolshoi Theater. I danced with Belarus opera in Minsk, and it's the first time I make this role with Cairo Opera House. What I can say, I will tell you that I'm so happy because it was full house stage. All people, they were so happy, and we make a lot of great show. And this ballet is performing in all countries and all operas. That's why it's one of our repertoires. That's why we are so happy to perform for Egyptian fans, opera fans, this ballet. It was like 65 dancer on stage. we make like 4 act, full power. And we're so happy because we get a so nice words from Minister of Culture about the show, and also what we have a feedback of performance from audience. It's so happy. They are from different country and also Egyptian people. I go in social media and I see a lot of my videos for everything. You know, it's make for me happy, and I want to thank Cairo Opera Ballet members because they make a great work. It was the end of the season of 22 and 23. That's why we are so happy, and we are supporting now to make a new season with new vision next year.
The prince decides to follow them and was surprised by the transformation of the swans into a princess and her bridesmaids when they notice the strange presence. And after the swan princess Odette is reassured, she tells him her story, that if she is exposed to a sincere love kiss, her spell will be gone. Prince Siegfried becomes fascinated by her and promises to present her to his mother at his birthday party to get married. However, this romantic scene is interrupted by the sudden appearance of the magician von Ruthbart when the prince tries to kill the magician, but Odette prevents him because that means she will remain a swan forever. And then actions follow. Dazzling strong performance featuring Tchaikovsky's masterpiece The Swan Lake, one of the most prominent performances done by the Cairo Opera Ballet Company. Shuruf Bikir, Cultural Magazine.
We like to commemorate the work of our fantastic Egyptian artists by giving them honors and medals to commemorate the artistry that they have added to the Egyptian culture. Let's find out more.
As part of a series of Wahhabiyat concerts organized by the Cairo Opera House to revive the artistic heritage of the pioneers of music and singing in Egypt and the Arab world, the Arab National Music Ensemble presents a concert led by Maestro Hazem Al-Qasabgi on the stage of the Arab Music Institute. The program includes selections from the most famous works and compositions of the legendary musician Muhammad Abdul Wahab, including I Complain to Whom, Where Do We Start the Story From, We Missed You, You Are the Love, and many more songs. The star presenters of the Cairo Opera House performance from the National Ensemble of Arab Music are Muhammad Tariq, Ismail Sadiq, and Ayat Farouk. It is worth mentioning that the series of Wahhabiyat concerts comes within the framework of the Opera House's bid aiming at developing artistic taste in society and introducing the pioneers and symbols of Arabic melodies, in addition to introducing new generations to the artistic heritage that characterizes Arab creativity.
لست قلبي أنا إذن إنما أنت قلبها
أقول لك دول فاتونا تقول لي ده كلام وأقول لك يلا نهجر تقول لي لا لا حرام مش حرام.
The title Musician of Generations is because Abdul Wahab is considered a very unique and influential musical figure in Egyptian contemporary artistic history. His talent and brilliance extended through different generations over the course of 7 decades, during which he witnessed a lot of development for that talent, as well as the progress and modernization that happened to Arabic music at his hands. Thanks to Abdul Wahab's long career and his ability to influence new generations, he has greatly enriched the artistic careers of many. It is noteworthy that the Arab National Music Ensemble was founded in 1989 with the aim of collecting the Arab musical and lyrical heritage and representing it in an advanced academic and scientific manner so that new generations can learn about the Arab musical heritage to preserve it from extinction.
This brings us to the end of this episode of Cultural Magazine. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more here on Nile TV.